ahead and attempt our first problem here. So for the first problem, it says find two things. Find one, the lateral area, and two, find the total surface area of the trees below. So the first thing is identify the base. So my base here is this rectangle. And because I know it's parallel and congruent to the other base, I have the dimensions that I need. So I'm going to write them all here. So I know that's 3. This height is 4, and or length and width. And then the height of my prism is 10. And so the first thing I'm going to do is find my lateral area. And so remember, lateral area was just perimeter of the base times height of the prism. So here I already know my height of my prism is 10. So height of the prism, I'm going to call it little h here, is 10. So really what I have to figure out is what is perimeter. So perimeter is going to add the two sides, which is 4 and 4, and then this 3 and that 3. And so I have plus 3 and 3. And so to find the perimeter is 14. And so my lateral area is just perimeter, which we said was 14, times, and I'm going to put a little dot to represent multiplication, times 10, gives me a lateral area of 140 inches squared. And so now we're going to look for the total surface area. So the total surface area, we already know that is going to be the lateral area plus 2 times area of the base. So we just found lateral area. So I'm going to kind of give that a check because I already know that. So the only thing I got to figure out, the only thing I got to worry about is what is big B? And remember, that's just area of the base. Where here my base is a rectangle, and to find area of a rectangle is just base times height. And so big B is just 3 times 4. Now, I'm going to put all these numbers together, but really, I have everything that I need. I can technically go in and replace every one of these and be done with it. So my surface area, we said was lateral area, which we found to be 140, plus 2 times area of the base, which we just found to be 12. And really all that's left to do now is simplify. So 2 times 12 is 24. 140 plus 24 gives me a total surface area of 164 inches squared. Alright, so let's move on to the next problem. So for the next problem, we have a triangular prism. And I know it's a triangular prism because the bases are both triangles. And so here we're going to do the same thing. We're going to find lateral area and total surface area. So for lateral area, I'm going to write it down here. We have perimeter times height. So the first thing is I need to figure out the height of the prism, which they're given to me. And I know that's the height of the prism because it goes from one base to the other base. So here, my height is 12. The next thing I gotta find is find the perimeter of my base. So here's the base, which is a triangle, and I gotta find the perimeter of that. So I know the lengths of the sides are 7, 4, and 7. And I know it's 7 because of the 7 up there. And so to find the perimeter, I just add up all the sides. So 7 plus 4 gives me a perimeter of 18. And so to find my lateral area, I simply multiply 12 times 18, and that's going to give me an area of 216 centimeters squared. And so if we move on to my total surface area, remember surface area is just lateral area plus 2 times area of the base. Lateral area we just found. Okay, so I'm checking that off. I'm leaving it off. That's an L, sorry. And so the only thing I got to figure out is what is B. And so B, we got to look what is the area of the base. Now, because the base is a triangle, I need the height of that triangle. And so it gives me the height of the triangle. The height of the triangle is 6. And the little b that I'm going to have to use for the base of that triangle is 4. And so the area I calculate by doing 1/2 the base, which is 4, times the height, which is 6. And so we multiply that, and that's going to give me the area of the base. So half of 4 is 2, and 2, well, I'll write it down, and 2 times 6 is 12. And so the area of the base is 12, and so really all I got to do is plug everything back in or substitute everything back in. So my lateral area was 216. The area of one of the bases was 12, and so I multiply 2 times 12, which is 24, add it to 216, and I get a total surface area of 240 centimeters squared.